I turn shit into gold. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nick Beisert. I recognize some of you in the audience. Glad to be here. By the end of this presentation, you all will know exactly what I mean by turning shit into gold. Before I get started, to sort of launch into what we do, I like to share this quote. In 1881, Darwin said that it may be doubted whether any other animal has played such an important part in the history of the world as these lowly, organized creatures. Who's Darwin talking about? The earthworm. All right, hopefully they didn't eat too much, this isn't too queasy, but the red earthworm, Latin name is Senia fetida. These guys dedicate their entire lives to processing organic waste into the richest organic fertilizer known to nature. We're leveraging the abilities of these incredible creatures to solve some pretty big problems and create some significant value for our clients. So let's jump into our story. How did I learn about these worms in the first place, and where did we get to where we are today? In my home country of Brazil, a lot of horse barns use these worms and the associated systems to process manure into fertilizer that they then market. I brought this concept to the US and started playing around with some home systems. Babson even funded a system for our 21-member Green Tower dorm. Sebastian, I gotta do this, man. The co-president, we were co-presidents for 2 years. Green Tower, yeah. Yeah. So we played around with some of these systems, and then after getting some experience with them, I thought there's a really big opportunity for this organic fertilizer concept, especially on a local scale and replicating this local model across the US potentially. So then I applied for a permit with the state of Massachusetts and actually started a small commercial operation out of Quincy. And then we started collecting organic waste with a big waste truck to feed this operation. Throughout this process, I met some really interesting people, and I found a huge growth opportunity. Our original business model was, let's build a huge facility, let's buy all this equipment, and start making this awesome product. But then I realized that a lot of local farms are already composting. They already have tractors. They already have hauling trucks bringing waste to them every day. So our model has now shifted to partnering with these clients that have these resources and are very, very interested in producing this high-margin, high-quality product. We have the expertise and the ability to get them to the retail markets and allow them to earn the higher margins that they're really seeking. And this is the business model that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. So what's the problem? 31.65 million tons per year. That's equivalent to the weight of 14 million cars. We're talking about the amount of organic waste that's disposed of in the US every year. The good news is that most of this waste is being recycled. And when it gets recycled, it's usually sent to farms that are composting or exclusive composting facilities. This is what it looks like when it gets dumped. I was doing this for about 8 months with my own operation. This place takes not only food waste, they take manures from a variety of livestock operations, horse manure, cattle manure. They take yard waste, they'll take leaf waste. And this is what I call really good shit. All right? Now, these farms, these composting facilities, they're essentially trying to convert this into a material that's going to make them money. It's waste right now, and they're trying to produce it into something that they can retail. The price driver for the end product that they produce is usually determined by the particle size. The smaller the particle size, the higher quality. And if the particle gets small enough, they can retail it as an organic fertilizer product. It turns out that a lot of these farms have issues getting to less than ½ an inch particle size. Their screeners clog up if they try to filter it, screen it down to anything less than that. Here's our product, and here's a ruler. It's about 1/16 of an inch particle size. This really taps into the organic fertilizer market, and you can imagine how farms are looking at us when we're telling them that if they partner with us, we can help them produce this on a large scale. The entire fertilizer market is a $20 billion market. Organic fertilizers only make up 5% of that, but that 5% is growing at 20% per year, compared to only 3 to 4% for the rest of the fertilizer market. Let's talk about what our solution looks like to the farmer in terms of some numbers. Let's get some context here. So a farmer can invest $125,000. That's what our first client is commissioning us to build in equipment to produce this product. With this size of investment, he can treat 95,000 pounds of organic waste per year. He's going to turn it into 75,500 of net cash flow bottom line. All right. So we add value through 2 ways. The first is processing. We help them get the equipment set up. We actually build it in-house, and we'll go through that process in a second. The second is retailing. We help them get to the market and retail the product. From the retail side, we collect a commission, and this is what they earn after we've collected the commissions, and we'll also talk about the commissions in a second. So the process of setting up the equipment starts with evaluating the site. This is a Hamilton farm. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with farms around here, but this is a huge tunnel that would hold manure. We're actually converting it into a small processing, relatively small processing operation. They're going to be producing organic fertilizer in here. So we go on site, we evaluate the space that they have, the different materials that they have on site, and then we draw up using 3D design technology. We put together a model to show them approximately what the equipment's going to look like so they can get a feel for it, and then we build them for the materials and build it out. And then we actually install it and get it set up and running. We help them throughout the first 3 months. It's a break-in period to get it up and running, and once they have product, they're ready to retail it. So let's move on to the retail and distribution model and how we add value in that way. Here's a local map. The Green Star in Somerville is our location. In this location, we have precision welding and precision machining tools that allow us to build the equipment. We also have a small bagging and palletizing operation for customers or clients that are producing that can't bag and palletize on site. The 6 worms represent the 6 locations that we plan to have set up by the end of next year. These 6 locations have all paid us $100,000 to $200,000 or more in equipment, and we're helping them get set up and producing. Now, when they produce equipment, they have the option to retail through 2 channels. They can go through our partner retailers that we're currently setting up, Lowe's, Home Depot, Whole Foods. The red carts represent local garden centers, or they can sell directly through our website. And we'll talk about our direct channel and our website in a minute. What really excites me about this local model is the potential for example, a Cambridge resident to pick up a bag of organic fertilizer at his local Whole Foods for his home garden. And you can read on the package that that batch was produced in Hamilton using organic waste that was hauled over from a Harvard Square restaurant. Maybe he ate there last week. So highlighting this local model and sort of bringing it out using systems that are already in place is very exciting. Furthermore, we've talked to some of these retailers and we asked them what is currently lacking in organic fertilizer products. You know, what's missing? And they said highlighting this local model, really building on it and sharing education and information and getting that information to the consumer so that they know how to switch from synthetic options to organic options and what the real benefits of that are. So we've created a website. Unlike any other website that is offered by similar organic fertilizer manufacturers, most of them are too busy trying to produce a product and sort of miss out on the opportunity to really educate the consumer and produce a really differentiating marketing strategy. So we're going to have tips and news and guides for different users, from golf course turf managers, home gardeners, or even organic farmers that have to use organic products. And like I mentioned before, we're also going to have a direct sales channel on our website where consumers can buy direct and also research about where the batch was made and how it ties into their local ecosystem in terms of organic waste to organic fertilizer. So with that, I'd like to wrap it up. Over the last 10 weeks, we've made a lot of progress. We've equipped ourselves with the tools to really take our business to the next level, to really execute in this business model. Over the next 6 months, we're looking to partner with people that have expertise in the retail channel, marketing experience in this channel, and even some process and equipment IP experts would be very valuable. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I really appreciate your attention, and I look forward to speaking with any and all of you afterwards. Thank you very much.